Well, this is the THA 126 and 127 acting ensemble and acting performance class. This is their first performance of the semester, and it will be followed by a children's performance later on in the semester. And what you're going to see is the students in this class, we have 2 levels of acting class going on at the same time, and the students in this class have been given a scene, but they basically directed themselves in the scene. I sort of stepped in little by little. They've chosen some props that are, and some costumes that are suggestive of who they are and where they are. We've also included, Maggie, you'll recognize some of this stuff, and Judy from we're experimenting with how to use this technology in this room, and it's not the greatest thing, but we're trying. So the idea is, what you'll see back there is a little suggestion of the set, of the scenery, of where the scenes take place. Now we do realize this is Valentine's Day. I am dressed appropriately, down to the earrings. And so we've chosen a program of families, love, and loss. Maybe not the most romantic way to spend Valentine's Day, but maybe it's a little bit of reality. First, we're going to see History Lesson. It's by David Lindsay Aber, and Randy Roby will be performing a monologue. She's Maggie. She's a park ranger who has been dumped and fired by her boyfriend/boss. This is Maggie's very last day of work as a tour guide at Mount Rushmore.
All right, and we're walking, And what's interesting about George Washington, and many of y'all may not know this, he wasn't just the father of our country. He was actually the father of the first set of septuplets born in the United States. Martha gave birth to 7 children on October 5th, 1762. Now, 5 of those children were very badly behaved, and so they were sold into white slavery. While the remaining 2, Maxwell and Hortense, drowned tragically in the Potomac while trying to retrieve their father's wooden teeth, which had fallen out of his mouth while he was beating a seagull with a canoe paddle. For those of y'all just joining us, my name is Maggie, and today's going to be my last day here at the Mount Rushmore National Memorial. There have been some cutbacks in the National Park Service, so I've been let go, which, in my opinion, is a huge loss to tourists such as yourselves who are hungry for history. Now, if you'll look to your right, you'll notice that the next head belongs to Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson, and this may come as a shock to many of you all, was actually born without skin from the neck down. He spent most of his childhood in and out of hospitals due to his susceptibility to disease, what with exposed muscle and sinew and whatnot. But in 1772, his good friend Benjamin Franklin fashioned for him a crude epidermis out of sheep splatters and carpenter's glue, which was held together by pewter hooks that Paul Revere forged in his silver shop. Paul Revere, as many of you may know, was actually a smithy, which happens to be one of my favorite words. He was also a eunuch. And although it was uncommon in the 1700s, there were a few. I believe Samuel Adams was also a eunuch. And Nathan Hale, who I'm told had a wonderful singing voice. It's interesting, isn't it? But that's something y'all haven't heard on any other tour today. Oh, and I forgot, if y'all have any kind of question, please just feel free to raise your hand and shove it up your ass.
love can be an ugly business, and sometimes it can send you over the edge, as Randy just showed. But finding love can be wonderful. However, sometimes there are complications, like if one of you is already in a relationship with, let's say one of your best friends, and you're all staying at the same beach house on vacation. Here, in a scene from Circles in the Sand by John Panagrossi, are Amanda Higdon and James Fair.
Beautiful night, huh?
Yeah, I guess it's alright. God, you gave me a heart attack. What are you still doing up? I thought you all went to sleep. It must be 3:30 now.
I know you didn't go to bed, so why are you up?
I just couldn't sleep, you know? Actually, I just kind of came out here. I love the dark and the beach, listen to the waves and think about things. I guess that's kind of weird, but
No.
I just love the dark. When I was a kid, I used to be petrified of the dark. My parents wouldn't let me keep the light on, so I turned the hallway light on, keep my door open, put covers over my head, and try to go to sleep. I guess it's ironic now that I love the dark. I just like to sit out here alone, you know?
Well, listen. I know what you mean, and I'll leave you alone.
No, say, please, sit down. So, did you make up with Vic?
Yes, he's such a jerk sometimes. And then sometimes he's so sweet. Like today when I came in, he told me that he loved me and he was sorry. I don't know, I can't figure him out.
As long as you two made up. So what's new?
Not much. It's been fun up here, all of us, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, all of us up here, we're almost like family, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to have a lot of friends, but it's also good to have close friends to fall back on.
Yeah, I know, you're right. I mean, I've got a few friends.
A few?
Yeah, I've got a few friends, and still...
Brett, how can you say a few friends? I mean, you know everyone. Everyone knows you. I can't tell you one person that doesn't like you. I can't believe I'm here for you, Bradley.
What did you just call me?
I told you Bradley. That is your name, isn't it?
Yes, but you're the only other person in my life, other than my mother, who has called me that. Even my father calls me Brad.
I kind of like Bradley. Makes you seem much more intellectual and worldly.
Only thing I can think of when I hear Bradley is a rich person's German Shepherd. Sir, there's an intruder on the grounds. Shall I stick Bradley on him?
That's not true at all. You know, I think we have a lot in common.
What do you mean?
I mean, the way we look at life is different from the way others do.
I guess so.
I mean, what makes you happy?
What?
What is the secret to happiness? I mean, it's hard to be happy sometimes. Like Vic.
Vic is so simple in a lot of ways. He's arrogant, gets in everyone else's business, and only really cares about himself.
You know, sometimes I wonder about you, Vic. I mean, it's been so long, and I love you so much. But then again, the way he treats you, what do you think?
I don't know.
So, have you ever thought about this?
We're friends. We're like best friends.
I mean, the way you talk to me, and the way that you care about me, is different than any other person has ever. Be honest with me. Did you ever think about us?
I guess sometimes I get jealous of Victor. Only because... I don't know.
Be honest with me. Did you ever think about us?
You gonna make me say it?
Yes.
I like you.
And?
I really like you.
I always wonder what we'd be like. You know, if I don't think we
It's kind of weird.
I imagine most of us would agree that families can be our greatest source of pleasure and pain, of love, well, maybe not hate, but I'm sure we all know that families can push our relational buttons. And Emily Kohler, Kelsey Renfro, and Leanne Franklin, our sisters Babe, Lenny, and Meg, in Beth Henley's Crimes of the Heart. In this scene, they gather at their deceased mother's house to try to reconnect.
Hello.
Hi, Meg.
Thanks. Oh, here it is, right on the front page. Hey, where are the scissors? Right there, in the drawer. Oh, here. Thank you. All right. I lied. I couldn't help it. These stories just came pouring out of my mouth. When I saw how tired and sick old Granddad had gotten, they just flew out. All I wanted was to see him smiling and happy. I just wasn't going to sit there and look at him all miserable and sick and sad. I just wasn't. Oh, Meg, he is sick, isn't he? Why, he's gotten all white and milky. He's almost evaporated.
But still, you shouldn't have lied. It was just wrong for you to lie.
Well, I wanted. Lenny, did you remember to pack my photo album?
It's right there under all those night things.
Here it is. Look, there's a picture of me when I got married. Oh, let's see.
You were about 12 years old.
Well, I was just 18. You're smiling, babe. Are you happy, Meg? Well, I was drunk on champagne punch. I remember that much.
Oh, look, it's Meg. Sing Greenies.
Oh, Meg, I wish you were still singing at Greenies. I wish you were.
You look so beautiful.
Oh, yes, you do. So beautiful. Stop. I'm not. No.
Oh, Meg's starting to cry.
Quick, turn the page. We don't want Meg to cry.
It's Daddy.
Where did you get that picture, babe? I thought you burned them all. I just found it around.
What's that say there? What's that inscription?
Jimmy, clowning at the beach, 1952.
Well, you look at that smile.
Those white teeth. Oh, turn the page, babe. It can't do any worse than this. It's Mama and the cat.
Oh, turn the
That
page.
old yellow cat. You know, I bet if she hadn't hung that cat along with her, she wouldn't have got so much national coverage. Why are we talking about this?
Meg died. It was so sad. It was awful sad. Why, I remember how we sat up in our beds that day, in our black velveteen suits, crying the whole morning long.
Used up a whole big box of Kleenex. And then old Granddaddy came in and told us to take us out to breakfast. Remember? Told us not to cry anymore. He was going to take us to get banana splits for breakfast. I remember that. Banana splits for breakfast. Well, Lenny was 14 then. He thought it would make it all better.
He was so sick.
Lenny's face turned green.
Oh, sick as a dog.
Oh, Grandmama was so furious.
She was.
The thing about old Granddaddy is, he keeps trying to make us happy. And we end up getting stomach aches and turning green and throwing up in the flower arrangements. I threw up in the flower. Oh, embarrassing.
Oh, babe.
Oh, Minnie. Oh, Meg. Oh, babe. Oh, Meg. It's so good to get home. I have an idea. What?
Let's play cards.
Yes, let's. Oh, all right. I know. I'll make some popcorn and hot chocolate. Oh, here. Let me get that with my popcorn.
I know how to play cards around here somewhere.
I hope I remember how to play. Our heart's good or bad. Bad, I think. Aren't they, Lenny?
Yes, not too bad. The black sister's the worst of all.
That's right. The black sister's the queen of spades. And spades are the ones that are not the puppy dog feet. Right. And she counts a lot of points. And points are bad? Right. Here, let me get some paper so we can keep score.
Oh, here they are.
I read it.
Oh, look at these cards. They're years old.
Let's see. Hello? No, this is Meg McGrath.
Yeah, come right on over. All right. Bye. That was Doc Porter. He's down the street at Al's Grill. I said, come on over.
He is.
He said he wanted to come see me.
Meg, you know Doc's married now, right?
I know. You told me.
Well, as long as you know that. As long as you know that.
I know that. She made the pot.
How many farts do I do out?
Excuse me.
All of them or what?
Meg, can I ask you something?
What?
I just wanted to ask you.
What?
Well, why did you eat one little bite out of each piece of chocolate in the box and then put them all back?
Oh. I was looking for the ones with nuts.
The ones with nuts.
Yes.
There are no nuts. It's a box of assorted creams, not nuts.
Oh.
It says right here on the box, assorted creams. Why couldn't you just read it? Besides, this was a birthday present. My birthday present. My only one.
I'm sorry. I'll get you another box.
I don't want another box. That's not the point.
What is the point?
I don't know. It's. You have no respect for other people's property. None. You just take what you want. You just take it. Why, I remember when you had layers and layers of jingle bells sewn onto your petticoats, while me and Babe only had 3 apiece.
Oh gosh, just talking about those stupid jingle bells.
It's an example, a perfect example of how you always get your way.
Oh, come on, Minnie. You're just upset because Doc called.
Who said anything about that? I've long since stopped worrying about you and all your men.
Look, I know I've had too many men. Believe me, I've had way too many men. But it's not my fault you haven't had any. Except maybe that one from Memphis.
What one from Memphis?
The one Babe told me about.
How could you? Have you told anyone else?
Can you just use your
How
head,
was I
Meg?
supposed to know?
What are you
I
telling
wasn't
us?
enough
Of
to
course
tell.
I didn't tell anyone else. It just sort of slipped out from Meg. It really just flew out of our mouth.
What do you two have? Wings on your tongues?
Where are you, Lenny?
I'll just never be able to trust you again.
Oh, come on, Minnie. We were just worried about you. We wanted to find a way to make you happy.
Happy? Happy? I am never gonna be happy.
Why don't you keep living your life as old granddaddy's nursemaid?
Meg, shut up.
I can't help it. I just know she stopped seeing that man from Memphis because of old granddaddy.
What? Babe didn't tell you the whole story.
She said it was something to do with your shrunken ovary. But I don't believe a word of that.
I don't care what you believe. You've always had it so easy. Men falling in love with you, while I have this underdeveloped ovary. I can't have children. My hair's falling out of the comb. Why? What man can love me? What man's gonna love me?
A lot of
Yeah, a whole lot of men.
old granddaddy's no longer seems to think otherwise.
He just didn't want to see me hurt. He doesn't want to see me rejected and humiliated.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Lenny, don't be so pathetic. Why, I hate when you sit there being so pathetic. Now tell me, did you actually ask this man from Memphis? Did you actually ask the man from Memphis all about it?
No, I didn't, because I didn't want him to not want me.
Lenny.
Don't talk to me. I just hope this doesn't all make me have to vomit.
See? See? She didn't even ask the man from Memphis. She just broke it all off because old granddaddy. Oh, gosh, darn fool.
Why'd you have to make Lenny
relationships alive. Well, maybe. But sometimes when you found out something you didn't know about somebody you thought you knew, it can make you wonder if you ever really knew them in the first place. In this monologue from Hand Jive by Lou Holton, Clay Franklin is Taylor Armstrong, a struggling writer who has lived in the shadow of his recently deceased father's literary fame. As he and his wife pack for his dad's funeral, Taylor speculates about his father's mysterious life.
Once when I was a kid, 12, 13, somewhere around there, I was checking out the closets. It was around Christmas. I was snooping around, and I found this box of stuff. It was old stuff from the war. Medals, papers, stuff like that. You know, he never told me exactly what happened to his arm. He just said that an airplane blew up and he got hurt. He never sat down and told me the whole story. And once I found out, I never told him I knew. In the boxes, there were these ribbons and pens, and 2 other boxes, like jewelry boxes. One box had his Purple Heart, the other had a Navy Cross. I didn't know then what a big deal that was. And later one summer when I was home from college, I looked around and I found that box again. And that time I went through the papers and I found the citation that went with that cross. That's how I found out what happened. It was the last few months of the war. He was aboard a destroyer in the Sea of Japan. They were attacked by Japanese planes. And he shot down this... No, he didn't just shoot down a plane. He saved an entire ship. An entire ship. Right now, there's this humongous gray Navy destroyer floating around out there because my dad saved it. I just hope that's not one of those afterlife questions, like from St. Peter or somebody else. What did you save, Andy? One United States Navy destroyer and countless American soldiers, sir! Excellent. And what did you save, Taylor? Some old baseball cards. I mean, it's weird, you know? You think you've got your old man pegged, and then all of a sudden you're reading stuff like Ran Through the Burning Twisted Metal or Above and Beyond the Call. All this John Wayne crap. Anyway, even though he saved the ship, I guess some of his friends didn't make it. You heard of survivor guilt? I'm not sure it didn't just take all those years for that guilt to work its way up to the surface. Like a piece of old shrapnel.
Continuing in the mystery can keep a relationship alive idea, in this scene from A.R. Gurney's The Middle Ages, we meet Eleanor and Barney, who have a long history together and apart. Since her early, crazy days with Barney, Eleanor has settled into a comfortable country club life with a couple of kids and a responsible husband. But the mystery of what if is always in the back of her mind. And then, here are Sam Pierce and Jennifer Gowen in The Middle Ages.
Yes, may I help you? I don't believe we've met. Are you a new member?
No, I'm a guest.
Barney! What are you doing? How did you get here?
Dad said it was Women's Day, but fate hard ne'er won fair lady. So I bought a disguise.
Well, it worked.
Boy, did it. One of the waiters tried to make a pass at me.
This must be a $50 wig, Barney.
It's all right. I'm rich now.
Doing what?
Though I buy things, sell things.
In San Francisco?
They're in New York. I have apartments in both places.
But what's your product?
Let's just say I'm a middleman. As always, as usual. And I'm in between planes, so fill me on yourself.
Oh, me?
Yeah, Dad says you're the high priestess around here now.
Oh, I do my bits. I also have a part-time job.
Really? Doing what?
I'm a family counselor. I went back to school like everyone else, and now I'm an expert at keeping families together on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
You're any good?
Oh, I'm terrific. We all get together in this white, hot room and gripe like mad, and I gripe too, Barney. Oh, if you hadn't come, I would have telephoned you wherever you were.
Why?
I've got a vacation coming up, and I want to visit you.
Oh, gosh, the whole gang?
No, just me.
What about Bill?
Separate vacations are good occasionally, Barney. I've learned that much.
What about the kids?
Oh, they're big. They're huge. Bill can scoop out their spaghetti or they can do it themselves. Barney, I want to come visit you.
Where?
New York. I love New York. I'll visit you there.
It might be a little tricky, Elle.
Why, you can take me in tow. I bet you have all these weird, wonderful New Yorkie friends.
Oh, I do.
Then what's the... Ah, you've got a girl there.
Right.
And she lives in your apartment?
Right.
Do you love her?
No,
But you like her.
I'm there.
And I might mess that up.
You might mess me up.
Then I'll come to San Francisco.
Elle.
You've got a girl there, too?
Yes.
Do you love her?
Gosh, no, she's married.
Let's send her back to her husband, Barney. Let me come visit you.
No.
And why the hell not?
I like the husband, too.
What?
I'm also involved with the husband.
Oh, no. Well, which one do you like the best?
I don't know, I like them all.
Do they know about each other?
Sure.
They do?
Sure.
Have they met each other?
Sure.
Are they jealous of each other?
No.
Really?
They've all made it to each other, too.
Oh, no.
We've all made it together.
Barney!
I told you I was a middleman.
Yes, you told me.
You might as well know what I do for a living.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm in the film business.
Oh, well, that's half decent.
Decent's not quite the word.
You make pornographic movies.
Now, I don't like that word.
Well, what are they then?
They're films about physical love.
Are you in these things?
Oh, hell no, I'm not good enough. I'm good. Not that good. You should go to one.
I don't think so.
You should. Barney goes. Billy goes.
He does not.
He does. He told me. And Jackie Onassis goes, and the Unitarian Church shows them on retreat. You ought to. There's one you ought to see. It was my idea. We based it on Robin Hood, and it's called The Arrow and the Quiver.
Right, Barney.
Good. It's very artistic. We won a special award at Kingdoms.
Well, I think it's disgusting. I think your whole life sounds sad and cheap and disgusting.
Oh, yeah? What about you? What do you do here in the swinging suburbs? Don't you all throw your car keys in the middle of the rumpus room and go home with whoever picks them up?
No.
I'll bet.
You think I do that?
How do I know? I guess I've lost touch with the middle class. Maybe you've got something different going with those dykes in the main room. Quality of the sexes.
Bastard!
Look, you don't realize this, but these films, they liberate people. There's a huge connection between sex and politics. Open things up, spell things out, set people free. It's still Robin Hood. I'm out there fighting the good fight.
Do you really believe that? I don't think so.
Out there, I believe it. But in here, with you, it's all just a pile of crap.
Glad to hear it.
Stick around here, Elvis. This is a decent place.
It's too decent for me, I'm afraid.
That'll be the day.
No, I mean it. Last summer, I almost had an affair.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Truth-telling time. Who with?
Ah, you don't know him. Neither do I, really. He came by one evening before supper, and Bill wasn't home yet, and the kids were off at some game, and so I invited him in. We had a sherry, and we got along. So we decided to meet in town for lunch and all that. I got down my Sierra Club calendar, and he got out his Mutual of Omaha appointment book. But we couldn't get our schedules together, so we just left. I wrote him a check for $25 for the heart fund.
Just as well.
I guess. But family's not enough for me anymore, Barney. I thought I could turn this place into a club where different people could get together.
Well, it worked, didn't it? Ladies' Day, open membership, all that.
I guess the point of keeping clubs is keeping people out.
That's true.
Got what I wanted anyway, Barney. I got in.
And I got out. And now where are we?
Nowhere.
I'll always kind of you out. You keep me honest.
Yeah. In New York and San Francisco.
You're different. You know that. I happen to love you.
Whatever that means.
It means a lot, these things. So, just goodbye then.
Yes, it is.
I mean, so long.
I mean goodbye.
Yeah, better wear this. Maybe I can still get it on my back. Waiter. Look, someday, something will happen. Right here in this room where we first met. And you'll know it, and I'll know it. It'll be absolutely fantastic.
Everyone likes a happy ending, right? So let's meet one big happy family. Playwright Neil Simon wrote Brighton Beach memoirs about his own blended family in pre-World War II New York. It's around 6:30 in the evening, late September 1937. We're at the Jerome's house. There's the mom, Kate, played by Rachel Payton, and her son Eugene, played by Bill Wooden. The Jeromes have lovingly taken in the Mortons. There's Kate's sister Blanche, played by Faith Shacklett, and her daughter Lori, played by Kaylin Von Leenen. Just one big, happy, loving family. Yeah. Brighton Beach Memoirs by Neil Simon.
One out, bottom of the seventh. Man on second. 2 balls, no strikes. Rufflin checks the man at second. Rufflin gets the sign from Dickie. Rufflin stretches. Rufflin pitches. Hit the inside corner, speed right one at a baby. No hitter up there.
Hey, please, my head is splitting.
I told that boy 109 times. Eugene, they don't know the ball.
In a minute, Ma, this is for the World Series. 1 out, bottom of the seventh. Man on second. 3 balls, 1 strike. Rufflin stretches. Rufflin pitches. Oh no! High and outside. JoJo Moore walks. Man on first and second. Mellock ropes up to the plate.
Can't he do that someplace else?
I'll break his arm next one to do it. Eugene, what did I tell you again? You hear me?
It's the last batter, Mom. Mellock's Wrestling play. It's a crucial moment in World Series history.
Can't believe it's just a splitting headache.
It's not that I want him to stop playing, it's the banging. He always has to do this when I'm studying. I have a big history test tomorrow.
One more pitch, Ma. I think I can get him to pop up. I got my stuff today.
Your father will give you plenty of stuff when he comes home, you hear?
All right, all right.
I want you to say now, put on the water glasses.
I can do that.
Glasses, Uncle Bro? I don't be back talking to you.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Today's game will be delayed because of my Aunt Blanche's headache.
It's not sewing today, that's all needs for you to go blind.
I just got one more egg to finish. Laura, darling, help your Aunt Kate with the dishes. I'm almost through, Mom. I have to finish the Mediterranean Wars.
Always studying that one. She has a good head on her shoulders. Eugene!
I'm coming.
And wash your hands.
I've got a glove on. My hands are clean. I hate my name. Eugene Morris Jerome. It's the second worst name ever given to a male child. The first one being Haskell Fleischman. How am I ever going to be a Yankee with a name like Eugene Morris Jerome? You got to be a Joe, or a Tony, or a Frankie. All the best Yankees were born Italian. Me? My mother? Makes spaghetti with ketchup. What you sure got?
I'm almost through, Ma. Don't get up too quickly.
You're better color today, sweetheart. Did you go a little sun this morning?
Walk down to the beach. Very slowly, I hope? Yes, Ma. That's good.
She gets all the special treatment because the doctors say she kind of has a flutter in her heart. Me? I got hit in the back of the head with a baseball and seen two of everything for a week. And I still had to bring a block of ice home every afternoon. Girls are treated like queens. Maybe that's what I should have been born as. An Italian girl.
Eugene!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you not to leave things around the house?
109.
What?
You told me yesterday, Eugene, I've told you 109 times not to leave your stuff around the house.
Don't be fresh to your mother.
Was I being fresh? I swear to God, that's what she said yesterday. One of these days, I'm going to write all this down in a play or a book. Be a famous author like Ring Lardner or somebody. That is, if I don't get caught up by the Yankees first, or the Cubs, or the Red Sox, maybe possibly the Tigers. If I make it down to the St. Louis Browns, then I'm definitely going to be a writer.
Mom, can I have a glass of lemonade? It was for your dinner, darling.
A small glass, it couldn't hurt her.
All right. I'll get it in a minute.
I'll get it. I'm gonna pitch it anyway.
She better have something wrong with her. I swear to God, I'm going to kill her one day.
A roller skate on my kitchen floor? Do you want me dead? Is that what you want?
I didn't leave it there.
No, then who? Lori? Aunt Blanche, you ever seen them on roller skates? Take this upstairs.
Don't hit my skull. I've got a concussion.
I'll tell your father he came home, so I'm dead on the kitchen floor.
He'd say, don't go in the kitchen, Pop.
Get upstairs. I'm down with dirty hands.
Do you see why I want to write all this down? In case I grow up all twisted and warped, the world's going to know why.
He's a boy. He's young. You should be glad he's so happy and active. When the doctors found out what Lori had, she was the exact same way.
Never. Girls are different. When you and I were girls, we kept the house spotless. Ben and Ezra drove Mom crazy. I've always been like that. I have to have things clean, just like Mama. The day they packed up and left the house in Russia, she cleaned that place from top to bottom. She said no matter what the Cossacks did to us, I have respect for the Jews.
Who are the Cossacks?
Some filthy bunches live across the street.
Across the street. Me and Murphy's?
All of them.
Murphy's are Russian? Your mother's nice.
Windows are so filthy, I thought she had black curtains hanging inside.
I've been inside. It was pretty neat. Nobody could be as clean as you.
And what business did you have in their house?
She invited me for tea.
With that drunken son of hers?
No, just the two of us.
I've been living here 7 years. She never invited me over for tea. It's because she knows your situation. I know their kind. You remember what Mom said? She said you stay on your own side of the street. So that they have gutters for.
That's what they have gutters for. If my mom knew I was writing this down, she'd stuff me like one of her chickens. Perhaps I should explain what she means by Aunt Blanche's situation. You see, 6 years ago, her husband, Uncle Dave, he died. He died of this thing. They never mentioned it. They always whispered. It was cancer. It's like they're afraid if they say it out loud, God would be like, I heard you say the dread disease. Now I smite you down with it.
Grown-ups just won't talk about some things. For example, my grandfather, he died of diphtheria. Well, when Uncle Dave died, he left Aunt Blanche with nothing. No money, not even insurance. And because he has asthma, she couldn't take care of herself. So my big-hearted mother decided to take her and all her kids in. So what did they do? They split my room right down the middle. Me and my brother stand on this side, and Lori and her sister Nora on the other side. It was only supposed to be temporary, but 3.5 years later, because of Aunt Blanche's condition, my father is developing high blood pressure.
Have some more lemonade, darling.
Thank you, Auntie.
Drink it slowly.
I am.
I had just enough already since 7 this morning.
It's getting dark getting old. I think I need new glasses. My teacher says you should always change them every 2 years.
Would it kill you to put a light on?
I'm not gonna run up electric bills. I owe you and Jack enough as it is.
Have I asked you for anything? You've seen anyone starving around here? When I go hungry, you'll be giving me something from your plate.
Hey! I'll pay you back. I promise. I keep my word.
From your lips to the outer sweet sticks. Go in and taste the soup, see if it needs more salt.
Now you're gonna have to put out the wine glasses and Eugene gonna do it.
Eugene! This is the last time I'm gonna tell you. Let's get it out here, sir.
Because of her condition, I have to do twice as much work around here. Only I can make the Yankees. I could be in St. Petersburg by winter. Her sister Nora, she's 16. I don't mind her too much. At least she's something good to look at. To be completely honest, this is the first year when I started noticing girls are pretty good to look at. She started developing about 8 months ago. I should know. I have it written right here in my diary.